Yo, Bags, what's this deal?
Albion's been following him around like an amorous teenager who thinks persistence is a replacement for personality. They're raiding all the locations in his recent GPS history.
Sounds like a case for DedSec, yeah?
Got it. I've tracked down an officer who was at the most recent raid. You can scrape their optic for intel.
Yo, man's live on the scene.
That brilliant Albion goon left their optic on passive listening mode. Must have skipped counter-surveillance day in fascist school. They might have recorded something about our prospect.
Cool, let's get some data.
Movement during the scan.
I'm staying as still as I can.
Alert triggered. Come with me now.
That's him.
What the hell?
What's wrong this time?
Got an error that's blocking my access.
I'll report this, but I'm certain they expect you to sort this out yourself.
Yes, well done.
Is this the issue?
Now get out of there so we can take a look at what you've got.
Oh, shit.
Just as I thought, take a listen to this.
You find the drugs cache?
It was right where you said. Aren't we lucky?
Told you not to worry. We've got that acid over a barrel. The goods will always be where they need to be.
Is that what passes for coded language with these thick twats? Anyway, it looks like the man we're after isn't being hunted by Albion after all. He's planting evidence for them.
We ought to have a word with him. Set up a meet and greet, Bagley, yeah?
What do you want?
Yo, I hear you've been planting evidence for Albion. What the fuck, lad?
None of this was my choice. Those mercs have got me by the bollocks. Somehow, they've got serious dirt on me.
Suppose I can make that dirt go away. Then what?
Anyone who wanted to do that would have to burst into an Albion compound and wipe their data. I'd owe them my life, but I'm not counting on it.
Oh, looks like man needs a hand, innit? He might even join the squad.
Albion stores sensitive data like this on air-gapped servers, so zeroing those hard drives will solve this problem and put an end to this whole evidence planting scheme.
Alright, let's do this. Submitted these right now.
This is a secure Albion facility, so you can access the blackmail material they have on our friend by hacking the on-site servers. can access the blackmail material Albion has on our friend from this server. They've noticed you. Security's on their way.
Can't hide from me. Fuck me. Where are you? Getting behind cover. Ready to target.
Suspect is shooting!
There's no winning that.
Erase complete. I'll get our friend on the line while you get to safety.
Suspect was there earlier. Can't get out.
Ooh, that is some juicy blackmail. Crystal clear CCTV footage of a betting shop robbery. And there's our target holding the gun. Well, it's all wiped now. Albion will have to find someone else to plant their false evidence.
Safe, bruv. We should holler him with the good news. Yeah, it's dead sec. We done fixed your beef of Albion. No way they can blackmail you now. Trust me.
So, I suppose you saw it. I don't do much of that sort of thing these days, but I needed the money. Anyways, thanks. I owe you.
Why don't you join DedSec? You know you wanna.
Thought you'd never ask.
Fuck yeah. Need more hench peeps, not afraid to take up the fight.
Brilliant. Finally found my people.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Not gonna be one of them. Working for the Kellys is much better.
It's like you can't even have a real conversation anymore, can you? It's not that we can't agree on the facts, it's that we...
Okay. Jesus, I don't even know if we could get in there.
I like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Hey,
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
that's the point. Nigel Cass is pitching some sort of big project that's sure to make life difficult for everyone. And we've got to know what it is so we can learn how to stop it.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Let's have their information.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
And she was up, started crouching on top of her seat, howling like a wolf, screaming at the ceiling. And I don't mean one.
Dead set calling. You ready?
Why not?
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready. If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation.
some.
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You certainly know an awful lot about Nigel Cass.
Yeah, I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him. He was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. That's why I joined up.
Oh, for God's sake.
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
The Exmoor pony is Britain's oldest native breed. The breed nearly reached extinction during the Second World War when trigger-happy troops used them for target practice. These coins date back to the Roman conquest of Britain, or Albion, as it was known in 43 AD. Some are genuine Roman coins, but others were imitations made by the Celts. This was considered by historians to be the famed sword, Excalibur. Later, archaeologists were able to date the sword to the early 8th century, at least 200 years too late. It still remains an excellent specimen of Anglo-Saxon weaponry. Queen Victoria kept these letters, written by her beloved and much mourned Albert, until her death in 1901, a full 40 years after his death, on loan from the Victoria and Albert Museum.
So can you tell me a little bit more about how the rest is going?
Everything is proceeding on track. You could give Mr.
Put their damn boats before coming in.
London is at war against crime, but Albion is here to protect you. Help us. Collaborate. And together, we will conquer.
And one day they just stop answering phones. I've known this guy for 10 years. He could be dead for all I know. Face down at the bottom of the Thames. Wait. He's dead for his fire, okay?
Well, the point remains.
That thing can help.
I heard someone saying DedSec.
They better not be. Just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Grand.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
DedSec really thinks sporadic acts of rebellion and platitudes are enough to...
You been out there lately? There are some parts of the city that need a good working wall with some heavy boots. You understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always an element that's gonna resist orders, right?
Sure, and I thought we'd taken care of them.
You mean DedSec? I've heard some talk on the street that they may be back in operation. I'm not
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Let's see it.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event.
Oh dear.
Mr. Cass's
Someone left
initial
all this
symptoms
crypto
included
just lying
insomnia,
around.
paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Good Lord, our Nigel does have issues. And now all of London is trapped in his little psychodrama.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
What do you bunch of no better than the terrorists that blew up town. Violence got us into the violence won't get us out. Everyone's cool with that. How's it going?
Mr. Cass knows what he's doing. It would do no good to question him.
I'm not questioning you, bloody directives. I'm wondering why we're not being sent out against those fucking thugs.
Maybe because he has a plan.
How are you getting on with those men?
Visions.
The deadline is coming up. We wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, then the whole project is delayed for...
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, but promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you'd called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
Attention, a building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
I need an exit, pronto.
The catacombs, fam. Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
Sounds like he plans to launch Themis ASAP. And from the way he was talking, I don't think it's the sort of genie that goes back in the bottle. Damn. Damn. I don't like this one bit.
Albion's top-secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Not too bad for a first go, if I do say so myself.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Was that a compliment?
You'll get used to the robot's funny way of talking. He has a good metal heart.